In 2015, we were treated to a 6-issue comic book featuring the Ninja Turtles and Batman. Now, in this comic book, we see the Ninja Turtles get transported into the DC universe, and they all end up in Gotham City. So we get the Foot Clan and Shredder running around Gotham City looking for certain scientific components to get them back home to their own dimension. There's a Shredder and Penguin team up in this comic book, and this gets the attention of Batman and the Ninja Turtles, and they soon team up to bring the Foot Clan and the Shredder and the Penguin down. Shredder also teams up with Ra's al Ghul later on in the comic, and they plan to take over both dimensions. This was successful and spawned a lot of sequel comics, including a comic with the animated universes Ninja Turtles and the animated versus Batman. I've not read that one, but I really, really want to. And then in 2019, we got the Batman vs. the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles straight to DVD animated movie. And it is actually very, very good. It's slightly different from the comic, but it's very good. In the movie, the Turtles come to Gotham City from New York. In this version, they live in the same universe as Batman. They don't live in separate universes. So at first, it's actually strange to try and think of the Ninja Turtles being in the DC universe. They didn't come from their own universe in this film. They actually exist in the DC universe, or in the DC animated movie universe, that is. In this movie, the Shredder and Ra's al Ghul plan to cause chaos in Gotham by mixing the mutagen with the Joker venom. Now, I'm a massive Batman fan, especially the animated series, and my kids like to watch the Batman cartoons as well. And as I said earlier, they love the Turtles, and so I thought this film is perfect for us to watch together as a family. It's not a perfect film to watch with your kids, believe me. I nearly learned this the hard way. This film, like I said, it's not for kids. It's quite violent in some scenes. In fact, I've never seen the Ninja Turtles in any animation series that is this violent. There's stabbing, decapitations, real ones that is, not like in the 2003 series, it's real decapitations. It was rated PG-13, and this may be Nickelodeon's first animated movie to actually get a PG-13 rating. The animation is really nice, it looks great, although at first I must admit I wasn't sure I would like it. It grew on me, and it grew on me fast, and I was left very, very impressed. The Turtles are nice and bulky, and look like the comic book versions. Well, when I say that, they look like the recent IDW comic book versions. And then we have Batman, who is in his grey and blue suit in this film, and as usual, he's a badass. He's totally badass in this film. And then we get the Shredder, who is absolutely brutal in this movie. He's killing people left, right and centre. He's slicing, he's stabbing, etc, etc. He's not the 1987 Shredder, no way. He's not the 2003 Shredder. He's not even the 2014 Shredder. Like I said, this Shredder kills in this movie. I think it's the first time we've ever seen the Shredder kill, especially on screen. It might have been hinted to in some of the other cartoons that he may have killed people, but in this, he most definitely does kill people on screen. Like I said, it's brutal. And we even get a Batman versus Shredder scene, and we find out that Shredder is no joke in this version. He's just as good a fighter as the Batman. And spoiler alert, in the first battle, Batman actually gets beaten by the Shredder. The Shredder actually gets the better of him in this. And then we have the Ninja Turtles, who in this version have no problem whatsoever in using the weapons. If they need to stab someone, they'll do it. They're not bothered. Obviously, they're not as ruthless as Shredder, but if they need to use the weapons, they will. Now, there's quite a lot of fan service in this as well, which was nice. I'll just rhyme off a few of them for you right now. In the first fight scene where Shredder and Batman actually battle each other and have a fight, the one I was just talking about moments ago, in this scene, the Shredder jumps down from a platform into the shot, and it's all played in slow motion. And it was identical to the way it was filmed in the 1990 movie. You remember right at the very end of the film where the Shredder versus the Ninja Turtles on the rooftop, and he enters the shot in slow motion? And first of all, you see his feet, and then you see the rest of his body come down as he lands. Well, the scene in the animated movie was animated to look exactly the same as it did in the movie. I noticed it straight away as I saw it. There's no denying that's the intentions they had in mind when they animated that scene. And there's actually quite a lot more fanfare in this. Shredder in the animated movie has a scar on his face, which is another reference to the 1990 movie, because in that movie, Splinter was the one who put the scar on the Shredder's face by ignoring at him. And then there's a scene where we can hear Mikey tell Donnie that "you do machines, I'm the party dude," which is also another reference to the 1987 intro to the cartoon. Also, Donatello can be heard saying "Bossa Nova" at one point, which is a reference to the 1990 movie when we first were introduced to the Turtles in the sewer. And this one I quite liked a lot. There's a scene in the film where Mikey is fighting Mr. Freeze, and Mr. Freeze shoots some ice shots at him, and Michelangelo deflects them with his nunchucks. And it's actually animated to look identical to the way he deflects the ninja stars in the 1987 opening and the intro to the show, which I thought was brilliant. Again, just like the Shredder jumping down on the rooftop, as soon as I saw that animated in this Batman film, where he deflects the stars, I knew straight away what they were doing. It was so obvious, and it was purely just there for the fans of the 1987 series, for the people like me who grew up with the cartoon, who could appreciate something like that, and I really did appreciate it. It was cool. And like I said before, this is a fantastic film, and it's got loads of references that the fans will understand, fans of the Turtles and Batman. Saying that doesn't mean that anyone who isn't a massive Turtle fan or a massive Batman fan will not enjoy this. It is a very good, solid film. And once again, I highly recommend this film. It is a very good watch, and I really enjoyed it. If you've not seen it, give it a watch. It's brilliant.